You want to talk about Deliverance?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can see how excited you are for that one too. First of all, movie. I heard somebody say in a review, there's like everybody knows Alberta, Glenn Close's character in this movie. And I'm going to tell you right now, not only do I know Alberta, there's like 2 or 3 in my family.
Oh, damn.
So like I knew Berta well, and Glenn Close nailed it. Mm-hmm. I thought she did such a great job playing this up. Didn't know it was Glenn Close right from the beginning. If you're looking at this poster while you're watching, that's Glenn Close in the top right-hand corner. When I saw this poster, I thought that was Jada Pinkett Smith.
I can see that.
I was like, is she in it? Just the way like this light is shining, and it looks like a very same complexion type of skin, and she has like very sharp eyes. So like seeing this, I was like, oh my god, that looks just like Jada Pinkett Smith. Watching the other 3 in this movie, Audra O'Day, Monique is in it. I can't think of her name. She played the exorcist in it in the movie. Yeah, I got it right here. Let me look her up real quick. Lee Daniels directed this movie. So to give you guys kind of a rundown while I'm looking that up, this is a movie that is based on, if you heard about the Demon House, Zach Baggins from Ghost Hunters bought this house back in the day. There was a mother with like 3 or 4 children who was being terrorized, and she said that it was a possessed house. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to try and understand what the real story is. This is loosely based on that. This has a lot of supernatural elements. I'm not going to say there were no supernatural elements in real life, but there was a lot of abuse towards those kids, and it's conveyed in this movie. So all I'm going to say is, all I hope is those kids are all right. You know, but with that on top of it, it's and Juno Ellis Taylor. I've seen her in tons of other stuff too. They all did really well in this. They all did a really good job. Acting was on point. I thought the atmosphere of it all was very cool. Cinematography was really nice. Sound design was amazing in this movie. I thought it was fantastic. Some shots from far away looked very cool, very exorcist-esque. The Deliverance is basically what they call an exorcism. It's not the Catholic Church. It's another church who this family is part of. And so that this family starts to be affected, and these kids start to be possessed, and so does the mother, and that they have to go through and they have to try and help them and save the day. This was, I don't know how much spoilers there's going to be, but I'm going to throw it up just in case. And since I'm throwing that up, let's just give our ratings for this one. I gave it a 3.5 out of 4 out of 5. Woo! Did you give it a 2?
I gave it a 2.
Now, why did you give it a 2? I'm anxious to hear this one.
Did you walk out on it? I had an attempt to watch this 4 times before I saw it the whole way through. His first 3 times I fell asleep because it was boring.
I have no idea. No, I got to say this. I have no idea what you like in horror movies. I think
it ain't this.
I think you just like The Thing, which still makes no sense to not liking this. It's a very slow burn, drawn out movie that eventually grows. It reminds me more of The Thing than it does The Exorcist. And you somehow still hate it. Yeah. I'm talking too much. Please tell me why you hate this movie.
I don't know. I couldn't buy into it. And then when I realized, it was kind of, a demon house-esque, like, it just seemed like that. I was like, oh, okay, so it's going to be them kind of like making up shit. All right, cool. I don't know. I think I said it between us, in one of our messages. I just think I'm burned out on exorcist movies. I think that's what really flickered out with this. Like, it needs to be very different, or that to be such a almost minute part of an exorcism type movie that I'm going to enjoy it, such as Late Night with the Devil. Like, there wasn't even exorcism there, but if you're going to have some possession, I need something different, or that to be like almost the last thing on the docket, because I mean, you already know how the formula is going to go. It's going to be slow possession, get help from the church comes, church gets it. Everyone's hunky dory. It's just, I don't like, even The Conjurings I'm kind of burned out on because of this. So,
but that's the thing I like about this. It was very different. Nobody was coming to help until this woman was spying on them.
Right.
If she didn't have any of that, like, to me, this was so close to, was it Father Meriden from the first one?
Yeah.
Who came not just because he was a great exorcist, which whatever that means, but he came because he knew what to do. Like, she knew what to do. And I thought that it paralleled well that she even dies in the movie. Mm-hmm. She gets killed off real fast, the exorcist. And then the mom and like what she has to go through with her trauma being used and stuff like that, and like what she has to overcome. This made more sense to me. This to me was closer in tone to Late Night with the Devil than almost all exorcism movies I see coming out, where they miss the mark, where they don't understand what's going on. How's this? This may be based on a true story, but it is truly dramatized. It is loosely. Lee Daniels takes a lot of liberties, and I'm glad he does, because I think it made that more interesting. You know, for me, I really did enjoy this movie. This is a knockout. This is going to be one that I will watch again. I love the interactions between the characters. The kids were all fantastic. What's his name from Stranger Things plays the oldest son in it. The young kid did such a great job. It scared me when they were going through that stuff, you know, and to a point. Like, you know, I've seen enough of these things where it's not really scary, but it scared me in a way that like Late Night and the Devil still did.
Right.
You know, and that's why I was so surprised you didn't really enjoy this movie. But like in our friend group, Paul, you're like the only one who didn't, which again, to each their own, and that's fine. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, I don't know why I said it with such infliction. Like, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging your take on it. It just surprises me because of things we've talked about in other movies and how much you love Late Night with the Devil. You see no parallels between those two movies. And like, yes, both very stylized, both very different type of movies, take place in two different worlds, two different areas, two different times. But I'm talking about like the idea of using exorcisms in the face of mental health issues,
right?
And how the demons, when it is a real exorcism, are exploiting all that trauma,
right?
That is making things way more interesting. That's why. But I'm also in a rare few that really like the end of Late Night with the Devil. I thought that added more gravitas to the film, where a lot of people didn't like that. So what do I know? But guys, Paul, you got anything else you want to add about the Deliverance?
I think I'm glad it went straight to stream. I would never say don't watch it. And this one, you know, it's still a 2, so that's, you know, that's not a bad rating. It's not the worst. So, you know, if you want to see it, go ahead and see it. Yeah, if you're in the mood for an Exorcist movie, I guess watch this one. It's better than Believer. I'll tell them that, at least in my mind, because I didn't really care for Exorcist Believer that much. So I'd say this was at least better.
No. I do not like it. I want the world to know right now. I do not like exorcism movies. For me to have a year where I liked 2, and so far I've been watching Evil. So these 2 exorcism movies that I liked, and that's 2 in 40-50 years. I'm like, oh no, I like the third Exorcist movie. And Exorcism of Emily Rose is pretty good. But I didn't like the courtroom aspect of it, and it was very faked within the courtroom. I was like, you could have done this better. But regardless of all of that stuff, and the reason I say is because I actually followed the court case. That was kind of a big deal. I was like, demon possession? Yeah, I'm going to watch this one. Court TV, baby.
Hell yeah.
So when with this movie, like, this is the second exorcism movie I've seen this year. I really enjoyed it. It's only one of maybe a handful of exorcism movies I love. It's a subgenre I don't really respect. I don't think gets it right. But watching these 2 movies actually made me start a TV show called Evil, which is about demon possession, things like that. And like, they go out and do that for the church. So maybe I'm turning a tide if these can keep this up and keep doing good ones. But if you keep listening to Paul, I'm never going to like it. All right.